Welcome to the final round of the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. We're in Midland, Michigan at Midland Country Club for the fourth time. It's a Saturday finish. Today's format's the 4-ball. And here's where we stand now. Knight and Zockel started with a 3-shot lead. That is now tied with Castron and Tan. Some low scores out there in this best ball. Some good conditions, a little bit of wind, but there are plenty of birdies out there. This is far from over by any means, folks. My name's Jim Gallagher Jr. I'll have Karen Stupples in the booth with me, and on the ground will be Angela Stanford and Tripp Eisenhower as well. And down to the 8th, and Jody Ewart Shadoff for par. Angela's with this group. That's a tricky hole location today. Tough hole, always a tough hole. Moves from right to left. That's a bogey for her. Drop one there.
They were off to such a good start too there, Jim, as well. It's always a shame when the momentum seems to go that way.
Absolutely. Maria Fassi now for birdie, Karen.
Well, this 9th hole today.
Up and out of that. They had it going yesterday. Bogeyed 16, doubled 17, did birdie 18. Right, Castro now on the 8th. Looks like got it over on the right side of the tee. Tripp Eisenhower's with this group.
Indeed, Jim, and her partner has already hit into the right rough about 215 from the hole, so really important to hit this fairway, and it is a challenge. A lot of players trying to cheat this left side. And that's going to end up in a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, she got caught cheating.
It's such a sharp dogleg round to the left, and if you're not comfortable moving the ball right to left, it's you do tend to try and cut that corner just a little bit.
Yeah, I like 3-wood, but for some of the shorter hitters, they can't get it out there far enough. Cheyenne Knight now got driver.
Yeah, and back into the wind right now, Jim, too. So I think it's important for the leadoff on this hole, Karen, to get the ball in the short grass. And maybe 3-wood's the play. But, oh, this is a nice one. This is that draw you were talking about. That's going to be perfect.
Yeah, the thing is, you got to get in the fairway. It's a long shot. The hole location's back today. It's always a tough hole. 4 is a good score here on this hole nearly every day.
Don't hold your breath with Elizabeth Zockel hitting. There is no time to waste whatsoever.
I love it.
And I do too. That's the way you used to play, Jim.
Exactly. Hit it, find it, go hit it again. Should stay in the first cut. It does. All right, so it's down there, but open shot into this back hole location. See if they got to get something started here again. Baylot here at the 10th. Second shot here.
The 10th also can be quite tricky. Hole location is tucked on that very right side of the green today, Jim.
Yeah, it's tough to get it all the way back here. She does a nice job. That's a tricky read, but 2 good shots in there. Beautiful chance for birdie. I like that. Not as much wind maybe as was a little bit earlier, but it's a beautiful day out there. What a great place Midland Country Club is. Got a wonderful pool. Big crowds out there today. I've been out here all morning. They're excited. Always well community support here. Dow does a great job. They have all their people out. Look at a 2-way tie with Castron and Tan. They're 4 under on their round today. Knight Zockel 1 under. Booty 8's also, they're 4 under today. They're at 16 under. Borgay and Mack 3 under on their round, 16 as well. Ewart Shadoff and Talley, they're 3 under. Nicholas Doherty there, 6 under. We've had some good scores. There's a 7 under from Min Lee and Zhang. There's some scores out there in this best ball format. We try to obviously always talk about get 2 shots in there to make some birdies, but some good scores already out there. I think the leaders are seeing that. They know Green and O 8 under. That's one of the best today. So 62.
Well, what is amazing is that Cheyenne Knight and Elizabeth Zockel shot a 62 in the alternate shot format yesterday.
And that's a record, tournament record. That's phenomenal. And sometimes we always talk tough to follow up a round like that, but in this format, I think it takes some of the pressure off, Karen. You've played both formats. You feel like you could be aggressive. But the key is to have both players in play and chances at par or birdies.
I think what that should tell people is that sometimes a conservative strategy can pay really big dividends when it comes to putting a good score together.
10th hole. Rito for birdie, long range. Good putt there. Good judge of speed. All the way at the front of the green. Nice. Tough to judge. The greens were rolling. They weren't slow yesterday, but I think they're a little quicker today. Maybe because of the rain we had the day before, things were a little bit slower, but players struggled getting the ball to the hole. All right, we're back at the 8th, and looks like Castron has found her ball.
Yeah, it kicked back and down the hill. She really has no shot at anything other than just trying to get it up here in the fairway, Jim, some 140 yards from the hole. She can, hit something. The problem is she really can't go high. She's got to kind of go low. So then you think about running it through. And I think with her partner in the rough, it's really important for her to get out here where she says, I've got a chance at par.
157.
They're trying to get a number where she just has a chance, like you said. Try to make par, give you pressure off your partner.
Yeah, the caddy came up to the corner up here up top, and with the distance measuring device.
Yeah. Perfect. So much grass. Yeah.
I think, Karen, you got to stay in the hole. I think that's the key here, because otherwise the pressure's on you. But it's a hard hole, and 4's going to be fine.
That's exactly what she had to do right there. Yeah.
Sometimes, when you're in that kind of situation, it's very easy thinking that you have a partner, that you can be a little bit more aggressive and that your partner will pick you up. But 2 balls on every hole is important here.
Yep, making king now for birdie at the 14. Really slow putt. Really good putt. Nice birdie here at 14.
That has quite a bit of movement on it, Jim.
There's a bunch of movement on this green.
Yeah.
Oh. Kelly Tan's second shot at 8.
212, really, ball's sitting down a little bit. The only way to get this ball on the green is get it tumbling with this club.
Little punch shot with this club trip.
Now that's exactly what it's doing, Karen. Might need to sit down a little bit. Boy, that is one good golf shot right
excellent.
there.
That's going to be a fast putt down the slope, but then nonetheless, that's a great
It's a
shot.
putt, Jim. I mean,
Exactly.
That's the important thing.
Exactly. With your partner in trouble. And they let now for birdie hit this wonderful shot, and there shouldn't be a lot in this putt.
They're only 1 under par for 2 rounds.
Get some 1 there. Yeah, you got to get going.
Yep. They're falling down the leaderboard pretty quickly.
Quickly. All right, Shadoff now at 9.
Well, she didn't have much of a shot. Off the tee, she hit the trees, and she had this tree in front of her in the way. So that's about as good as she could do.
Yeah, missed that par putt on the last hole, struggling on this hole. Those are the things you really just got to get yourself in position. All right, Zokel's second here at 8.
175 yards. First cut. This is a good line.
She took it up nice and high. That is a great line. Actually held just below the hole. Good place to have it. Nice shot. Great opportunity for birdie.
Oh, really? You think it's 7? Okay. Yes. But that's not 10 on there. It's only 60, right?
Yeah, but I think how hot it is. So if I'm going to draw it, but
Okay.
I think 6 might go long.
Okay.
I want to stay below the hole.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Staying below the hole, 174. She's just 1 yard closer. And Jim, her ball striking really, since the Chevron Championship's been one of the best on tour. I mean, she's 12th in strokes gained approach and tee to green. So she's really doing it with the ball striking recently. And it's always nice to see your partner up there sitting with a nice birdie look.
Absolutely. And her ball striking carrying in the last couple of years has improved. When she first got on tour, always was a good short game, but she's really improved that, got a little stronger.
Okay, good shot.
I think one of the interesting things that we heard her say too was that it's quite warm out here today, so
Yeah.
she felt like the ball was going to fly further.
right, Emma Talley's second shot here at 9.
She's got 126. She knows where her partner is now.
Get close. Sit.
Oh, beautiful shot. Didn't quite spin the way she wanted.
Come on, sit down.
Boudier's second shot here. It's a 10. We're 4 under on their round today. Trying to get it to release back. It doesn't. That comes up a little short. Don't know that she hit that solid by the sound of it and her reaction.
Yeah, she kind of knew that there was too much turf there.
Yeah. All right, Castron's third now here at 8.
Yeah, 146. And, you know, here, Jim, if she can get it up there inside of her partner below the hole, that'll help free up that downhill putt, maybe be a little aggressive, but this one's headed left.
Yeah, head left off the tee and left there. That's trouble. I think just at this point here, you try to chip it in and go on, but you just got to forget about that. It's a team event. It's just one hole.
And her partner's got it back.
Exactly. Now all the way down the bottom here at the 9th.
Perfect spot. Her partner is in the creek. So fortunately, she had a good opportunity there with the wedge.
That's a good thing about having a partner. I know that. I played golf with you yesterday. You're a great partner. All right, Wei-Shin Liu now. Here at 12, drivable today, 247. Easiest hole. Some players' drivers too much.
Well, it's only 237 to the front. 217 carries the cross bunkers.
And that carries everything. Nice.
I would imagine that, I mean, we might see some 3-woods on there.
Sasso now her second here at 10. Love her golf swing. Didn't quite get up that slope, spins back. It's so far down there.
So hard, Jim, when you
is.
put as much spin on the ball as she does with those back hole locations, there's nowhere to land it past for it to spin back to the hole. It's really difficult.
Exactly. Third now for Shadoff.
And this is where the 4-ball format is so interesting to me. I think at this point, Jody knows she needs to get this as close as she can to make par, so her partner Emma can really go for that birdie.
Interesting play with the putter here.
I agree.
It's all personal.
Yeah, it gets kind of fast right there, so.
Oh. So much for
Jen?
interesting.
I guess
Well,
she knew what she was doing.
Exactly. Never second guess the player. Great there.
They're typically always going to choose the club that they're most comfortable with in that situation.
And safe, yeah. Good view from above. With the 8th. Castron's 4th shot now.
Oh, boy. Well, this is all or nothing, so you have to go for it. The lie's not good. It's sitting down. What's the green slopes away from her? This is just the old Super Flopodopoulos.
Pretty good.
That's really good.
Awesome. Oh, I jumped the gun on it.
That was almost an all-world 4.
That was, yes. That would have taken a while to describe that, Karen. Take a look at it again.
So she lands it exactly where she needs to, uses that little downslope there to propel the ball towards the hole. And I mean, that was kind of cruel that it didn't go in.
I think so, too.
It was worthy of the par.
Deserved it. Emma Talley for birdie here at 9.
I think she kind of got a good look at the end of Jody's. I guess we call it a putt. She had a putter in her hand. Kind of got an idea of the speed coming down to the front part of the screen. Jim, I don't know about you, but I love a downhill putt. I think you just get it started on line and you let the green help you out. I think this is a great look for Emma.
Yeah, you put your natural stroke on her a little bit more if you get that uphill. So slow, you get to hitting it, not stroking it. That really went hard to the left. All right, back at the 8th. Cheyenne Knight now for birdie.
Yeah, it's interesting. She's closer to the hole than Zokol, but she's putting first. Her putt is going to move to her right. It's an interesting strategy here, Karen.
I agree. I mean, if you think back to yesterday, Cheyenne Knight was, I mean, she was on fire with the putter. Maybe she felt like, I'm just going to go ahead and make it.
Well, I mean, Zoko contributed some too. She made a bomb at 16, and she made a number of quality putts yesterday as well. So,
Or it could be that Cheyenne feels like she's a more consistent putter speed-wise, that she was going to dial in that speed a lot easier than Zoko was.
All right, back at the 9th, Polly Mack now has this left for birdie.
And once again, I mean, every ball that we've seen on the screen so far was coming from this side of the hole. So just had a couple of looks at what the ball's doing around the hole. I understand it's a different line, but around the hole, the ball seems to be moving left.
No, not enough speed.
Always made me
wonders.
Yeah, that always made me feel bad when I've seen a couple of balls.
And then don't do just basically what they've done. All right, Zokol now for birdie here at 8.
up the hill, breaking to the left. Got to give it a run here. Oh, no.
Golly, you can't
That's
leave
unforgivable.
That
Yeah, you can't do that.
Not with your partner in with par. All right, it's also for birdie here at 10. It's really slow early, then it kind of flattens out. Just to get to 17 under, there'd only be 2 back.
Dangerous
Wow, that's slow.
pair here, though. I mean, but
All right, 10 for birdie coming down the slope.
Yeah, have to putt this one defensively with your partner in with a 5. It is fast. She's done it. You can see how she putted that defensively, and it still ran out 3 feet.
Yeah, I rolled a few this morning out with my friend Tomo, and just so fast for the rub there. All right, Boudier now for birdie. She knows it's slow, so if she can get the speed here. Oh, that kind of hopped on her. Kind of knocked the speed off a little bit. All right, 10 has a little bit of work left here for par.
Jim, this is outside of the circle of friendship for sure. But she saw what it did going down. This is going to be fairly straight coming back up. It's right on that line. Right of it, it goes to the left, and left of this line, it goes to the right. So I think she's putting right up on that straight part of this uphill putt. The only problem is it's the pressure of it's all on you.
She handles that nicely. Good save. Good par at 8. Okay.
keeps the team momentum going, Jim.
Absolutely. All right, Racing Lou. Now he saw that beautiful tee shot. This for Eagle to get to -12.
And this is something that we're going to see all day, Jim. You know, players be able to make a big move. Holes like this that can yield eagles.
Yep.
Allows you to move very quickly.
I like that. I like it this part of the round as well. All right, one-handed tap in. The birdie at 12. Gets him to 11. A couple birdies back-to-back. 3 out of the last 4 holes. This will run they're on. Two tied up at the top at 19 under. All right, Fosse's in with bogey. Stacy's got a little work left. Oh no, that's a bogey. Never a good bogey, but that's not a good bogey at all. Yeah, they thought they might make a run today, but that finish yesterday really kind of sidestepped them with that bogey at 16, double at 17. They did birdie 18. All right, Kelly Tan now on the tee at the 9th.
And this whole downwind today, I've seen a number of groups come through this hole, Jim, and you got to kind of watch actually running this through the fairway. A lot of these players early in the week are laying up to the top of this plateau. But think players aren't given enough credit for this win.
Yep. Again, the golf course is dried out some too.
And see that one right there, that's going to run down, but that should be fine if it avoids a divot.
I'm holding my breath. Okay, looks like it did. It'll be down in the flat down there. That's fine. Castron's next, trying to figure out what to hit.
And Karen, what was your preference here on this hole? It seems like you would want to be. The hole is right up front. It seems like you would want a real full wedge type club up here on this plateau, I would imagine.
I always like to see the hole too. Like, I always like to have a really good view of the green, and always coming in from up above was a big key for me. But even if you do get down onto that lower level, it's still going to be probably a full lob wedge for the players. I mean, it's going to be about an 85-yard shot if you're down at the bottom there. So I think in today's game trip, a lot of players just want to get it as close as they can and have as short a shot as they can.
Left at the last hole. That looks like it's right.
Yep, this one's not left. It's over there in the right. She's going to have some tree trouble, it looks like.
I think sometimes, Tripp and Karen, that you're hitting a fairway wood or even hybrid, you tend to turn those over. And this tee shot kind of calls for maybe a slight little fade, and so that's maybe a little bit awkward. I think that's why we're seeing several of the players maybe struggling off this tee.
Yeah, and the wind's now kind of pushing out of their right as well, down and out of the right. Yeah, this one's kind of leaning a little right, but that got help. That's just fine.
Well, and I think as well, primarily that the shot shape on the LPGA Tour is a little draw, and so if you've got a hole that moves to the right, it's going to be awkward for a lot of the players.
I agree. So cool now.
Yeah, I think she's going to have to step up here. I mean, that might need to slow down just a bit.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more speed on it. That kind of gets that upslope, and that'll be just fine. So both players down there in the bottom are fine. Where that was the 9th tee. In Midland, Michigan. The Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. We got a 2-tie at the top at 19 under. We'll be right back. Back at the 10th hole is Emma Talley's second shot.
Well, Emma will always be first to hit, I think. This is 165 to the hole location.
Good.
Downwind, though.
Almost gets it up to the top. Not bad from there. Got a good chance for birdie. All right, this is Castron's tee ball here at 9.
She does have an avenue. She goes up over these trees. She's only got 153. This is doable. Downwind. At least get something on the green from here. And the line not really an issue. She's looking up, just like, I mean, that's the only play, really, I think, Jim, unless you're chipping out.
I mean, if I open it
Yeah,
up a
especially
little bit,
with the
I think
creek
I
going across.
can.
Perfect. You like just open up and just hitting it nice and firm,
Yeah.
just to try and get the extra height.
Yep.
And you got it.
And our partner's only 88 from the green, so get some on the green. Let your partner attack this flag.
Caddy Johnny Scott telling her, make sure you hit this one firm, just to make sure you get the full height on this club.
Yeah, you don't want to try to help with that.
Well, this is just a little left and needs to hang on.
Wow, they're clean. That'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Good drop from there. We won't let her play it from there today. All right, second shot for Shadoff here at 10.
She has 140, maybe a little bit better angle at this back right hole location.
All right, as Karen says, just tough to get all the way back here and close.
Yeah.
Right, over at 9, second shot for Cheyenne Knight.
That's a wedge from 130. That looks pretty doggone good.
Right below the hole. So if she putts, she'll have this read. Good chance for birdie.
And just 88 yards. Good lie. A little below her feet. The wind is kind of laid down.
Yeah. So. Okay. Just commit to it, okay? Trust the cut.
I always like those words, Karen. Commit to it. That's the last thing.
It's got to be the only way.
Yep.
They're 100% all in on this shot.
Nice and low, a little right of the hole.
Oh.
Okay.
A little thinner than she would like, but still got a chance for birdie. Soko will be next.
Down. Yeah, I just like the number. Okay, I was thinking that hitting that 60 just to get the stuff up. Yeah. Because they seem to be flying a little further downwind. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, this is just a long wedge, 84 yards. You can go ahead and commit and hit this one hard, I think, and it really is nice to see your partner up there about 6 feet below the hole. Very high, needs to get up.
Oh, he's got a big time. Got a really favorable kick. Very fortunate there. That was not her best effort, but she'll have a chance for birdie. She and Cheyenne finished 4th here in 2022. All right, Sharp now. Here at 16. This is always a tough hole, Karen.
Well, and this pair are on a bit of a heater. They're at 8 under par for their round today.
Good chance to save par there. All right, Polly Mack for birdie at 10. It's been a slow putt.
Yeah, and probably a little frustrated because she had a wedge in her hand, obviously a lot closer than everybody else, and she's the first to putt.
Angela, we've been seeing a lot of
What a putt.
Mac. Has Selena Borger been doing much today, or has she been fairly quiet?
Fairly quiet from what I've seen so far, but I tell you, this is my first close-up look at Polly hitting it, and I love it.
She hits it far.
All right, Sarah Kemp now for birdie at 16. Whoa. That snuck by a little further than away.
Well,
that thing's still going.
At least you can see the line.
Yeah, correct. All right, shout out for birdie here at 10.
And this is not an easy putt. And she's kind of uphill. And then it kind of starts to run away from her around the hole and to the left. Another one of these weird hole locations. Gotta hit it kind of hard enough to get it going. And you just kind of scared of it running away from you.
It's often the case, Angela, when rules officials set up golf courses for 4 balls, you tend to have those harder hole locations.
Jennifer Chang now for birdie at 16. She knows the speed. Just watch Sarah Kemp's. Did she know the read? Oh, went the other way. That was an excellent putt. Partner's already in, so they'll call in. Everything's fine. All right, Tally for birdie now at 10.
Just to kind of keep going with that thought, they're just kind of some ridges that run through these greens and subtleties, and now Emma's looking at a putt that's, again, side hill, maybe a little uphill, moving left to right at the beginning, but then it wants to run to the back of the green.
It should.
It should. At the hole,
Yep.
it should move to her left.
Correct. Does she have the speed? Oh,
She had the read, looks
Sure
like.
did. All right, so they'll make 4 at 10. Stay at 16 under. All right, third shot for Castron now.
And guess who's standing pretty close to me watching this one, Karen? Suzanne Pedersen.
Aha.
Yeah, interested observer.
Well, Castrin obviously was a big part in the victory, European victory at Inverness. And wants to desperately get back on that team again.
That was the third shot of birdie 8. And actually done. Stays just below the hole. It's a very accessible hole. Should see a lot of birdies here today on this par 5 3-shot hole.
Selena's turned out to be a really steady player for the Europeans in the Solheim Cup. Great partner, and just a bit of a match play wizard, actually.
All right, Fosse's third. This should have some spin on it.
Oh!
Yeah, nice. 3 good shots in there. Excellent.
There we go.
Chances of birdies.
Oh, perfect.
All right, back to the 9th and Kelly Tan for birdie.
And we got a 4 in the bank, so we can be aggressive with this putt. Not a lot of break on it.
It's really slow.
It is slow, though, but it does help that you've got your partner in there.
Well, it's good to see that she actually got it to the hole.
Yeah.
We've seen some players that have a free run at it not get it to the hole.
We have that.
Yeah.
Not calling anybody's names. Working now for birdie.
Well, again, this putt's going to be slow.
It is a tough read up there. That is in a really funny spot. We'll make par. All right, Sarah Kemp has this left for par, a long chance.
Going to break quite quickly left.
Yep. There's the break. There's the read. Good. Stays at 14 under. Nice save. I think she was shocked how fast that was. All right, Zoko for birdie at 9.
On the same line.
There you go. Left the last one short, but she got that one in there with plenty of speed. Cheyenne Knight was in there close anyway, but I got you, partner. Don't worry about it. That gets them to 20 under, and now they'll have a 1-shot lead. It's also now for birdie here at 11, the par 5. This to get to 17 under, get within 3. Just to be aggressive. Come on, they did.
That's exactly what they need.
Yep.
They need the putters to kind of heat up just a little bit, this team.
Well, especially with the next hole where she can drive easily.
Exactly. It may not even be a driver for her.
Might not. Good call. All right, Cheyenne Knight now at the tee at 10.
The wind's kind of laid down. It's been inconsistent pretty much all week. It comes up and then lays down.
Okay.
Good one, Cheyenne. Yep.
We pick up the tee that quick. That's going right down the middle.
It does. Get some roll out there. Golf course firming up. Just some of the heavy rains the other day, but it was soft early in the week. But as the week has gone on, everything's gotten a little firmer.
Come on up, Wendy. Wendy. Come on up.
All right, Zoko now on the tee.
Like this one.
She should. See ya.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite remarkable. I mean, we got somewhat lucky. I know we had to
Yes.
stop play with the weather, but there really wasn't a huge amount of rain with it.
You're exactly right. We were very lucky. The south of here got a lot. Stacey Lewis for birdie to get the 15 under. Okay. I don't know why I doubted her. I'll bounce back after the bogey at 10. All right, Kelly Tan now at 10.
Oh, yeah. Another one. She's going to find the short stuff. Got to watch these trees over here on the right. You can get blocked out to this right hole location. So important to keep it center to center left.
So close to where you're speaking of, so we'll see when she gets up there.
I think she's fine, Jim. She's actually past the tree, so.
That'll work then. All right, Castron's next. Needs a good swing. Has
Yeah.
a couple foul balls on the last couple tees.
Yeah, we got to get one in play here and get both of them here attacking.
Swing, Maddie.
Yeah, it's better. I could just tell she's a little more confident, a little smoother in the transition. Excellent. all four players in the fairway. It's a tough fairway to hit, but they all four got it in the fairway. But Sokol and Knight with that one-shot lead. They're a couple under on the round today, but just one shot over Castron and Tan. Dow, Great Lakes Bay Invitational. All right, Amanda Doherty's on the tee at the 18th. 138 yards today. Hole location 22 steps on, 10 from the left. She and Caroline Inglis are 12 under par.
And Jim, you think 10 from the left, you think that's a lot, but it's still somewhat intimidating with the trouble everywhere. But I think they're allowing the players with that short yardage at only 138 to really attack that final hole and look for some fireworks on the last hole if they need it.
Absolutely, I like that. All right, Megan Kane for birdie here at 16. See how fast this putt has been, so if she can figure it out. She and Allison Lee are 12 under. Tie for 13th. Look for her to win soon on the LPGA.
Oh my goodness, it's hard to think that she hasn't already.
I know.
I mean, the quality of her play is there.
I think the belief is there too. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah, the swing is very solid as well. I mean, there's not an awful lot that can go wrong. I think it's just about the club that she has in her hands right now, and when that thing will finally get hot for her.
I agree.
Just for that help.
Castron's next to 10.
There's straight behind us.
151 is the number.
I don't think that's too much.
I think we actually have to land it a little shorter.
Okay, so pitch it 30. All right.
And the wind's back up a little bit, but it is down.
That was a quick finish.
Yeah, too conservative there. That might even not even stay on.
Sneaks off into the back into that rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
not her best. Just
Like that. 1 time, 3 quarters.
not have committed to that one. There's going to be a little discussion going on. That's a head shaker.
I mean, you can see she was trying to hit a little shot there. I mean,
Yeah.
I think she could have gone down a club.
I agree.
Now Cheyenne's 4 steps closer, 147. It's a 9-iron. Well, if it goes, this could be really good.
Really swung those arms nicely to the left. Excellent shot once again. With a good one back at 9. Didn't have to putt because her partner made it, but one of the best we've seen.
And after a little bit of a sluggish start, you can see this group, this pairing, really starting to hit some quality shots and kind of get their feet wet in this format.
Yeah, I think that's the toughest thing. It's just, the pressure's out there. You just got to get some birdies and kind of relax. All right, Kelly Tan now.
138. This is a small 9-iron. This is poor, really poor.
I think there's a factor that, one, her partner has already missed the green. And then the people that the team that they're chasing has put one in there that looks really tight. So you try and force a shot in there a little closer than you might want, and you're not free with it.
That's 132 wedge on the way. Oh, this is just left of the hole.
Got to get up a little bit. Comes up a tad bit short, but Cheyenne Knight's in there close for birdie here at 10. A little bit more smiles, a little more ease, as you said, Karen. Just kind of ease your way in there. They had a 3-shot lead coming in. Got tied back up, and now they're back up by 1. Shadoff's ball sitting down here.
The good thing is that don't think it's going to affect her much.
Yeah, and I apologize, guys. I took for granted that her ball's right in the middle of the fairway, and I honestly...
It's definitely in the pitch mark.
Yeah.
Whether it's mine or not.
Yeah, well, we gotta be certain it is yours. Let's see if it is embedded first.
just pinch it, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so if it's an old one, we're just going to have to play it as it lies. We got to know it's your pitch mark there that applies it from your reach. Okay.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't her pitch mark. I saw the ball release. That's just bad luck there.
So I think it's 10 o'clock 58.
Okay.
For you?
Into the wind, yeah, I think it's full. You know, it's just one of those where we get a little extra out of it. I mean, you think it's better swinging it full than with this lie? Or do you think it's better chipping?
No.
Better full?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go out to the right as well.
Yeah, it's just a hair right of it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just that one.
How many behind it?
Tons. It's 17 on. You have another 11.
Okay.
So 94 is back end.
Just play up the back foot with the more of a tension.
Yeah, just like middle. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, if she knew where Selena's ball ended up, she would be a little short of this whole location. And 83 yards, and that was beautifully played.
Yeah, well done. Didn't let that bad break get to her. She had an excellent shot in there. Smart play.
Well, she was absolutely figuring out how to make contact with the back of the ball. Like, she was going to play it back in her stance a little bit, and she's looking literally to pinch the ball as close as she can and getting the strike as pure as she can. And the ball's sitting down a little bit, but if you get the contact correctly, where the club enters that ground right behind the ball, it shouldn't make a bit of difference.
All right, you're right, Karen. Sasso with less than driver. Looks like fairway wood.
Yeah, that was always going to be a 3-wood there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, excellent shot. Already had 6 eagles here today.
Yeah, good shot.
7 for the week, so another good chance for one. All right, third for Castron.
Yeah, and her partner from a really poor lie had a very poor chip, so she's got a lengthy one for par. This lie much better. Result, not much better.
No, you just cannot afford to make bogeys in this format.
No, it's almost like that club came in just a little bit too shallow, and she got a whole bunch of grass stuck between the ball and the club face.
I agree. Well, Doherty hit that beautiful shot in there. This for birdie to get the minus 13. Move them up the leaderboard. She and Caroline Inglis. Oh. Looks back at her partner. I don't know. I think I pulled a partner. It's already in with par. So they shoot 64, so good final round. Should be Zokol now for birdie here at 10.
Yeah, it is. Up the hill, got a good break to her left at the really the last quarter of this putt. With your partner in there close, though, Karen, I don't know why you wouldn't just go ahead and be aggressive. Maybe she was in between clubs, because it seemed like she hit it where she wanted, but
It's that longer hitter, back hole location, tough to
Good putt.
tough to make yourself hit it all the way back there, just because you can't. There's nothing behind it to land it to spin it back.
Well, it's so firm back there too, as you said. There's not much space up there. It's flat, tough to spin it. All right, there's a great look down at the 18th tee. Finishes in with a par 3. Today playing 138. Looks like Sarah Kemp should be next. She's laying sharp with 15 under, so they're having a good week.
9 under par.
Very good.
So birdie here, they shoot a 60. Hole in one, they shoot a 59.
There you go. I love the way you're thinking.
Well,
it's a week of opportunities. This is a great week for them if they can finish it off at least with a birdie.
well, Sarah's been playing fairly solidly this year, but Elena, status on the Epsom Tour. And
That'll work. All right, big putt for par for Castron.
yeah, really unforced errors back there, Jim. To leave yourself chips when you've got wedges and 9-irons in your hand is.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, it's inexcusable when you're trying to win one of these tournaments.
Well, it just makes it so much more difficult. You're just giving one away. You just can't give it away to the leaders like as well as they are playing. All right, Kelly Tan now. Maybe she could make one.
Yeah, gonna need it. It's not really the little different angles, so I think this one won't have quite as much break as Castron's. Boy, from the middle of the fairway, right down fives.
Cheyenne, you want me
That
to
hurts your feelings.
Yeah, it's getting late
Okay,
on
sounds good.
this last day for those things to happen.
I think it's pressure of trying to win, Karen. I think, you know, it's a big week for Kelly Tan and Castron both.
It is, and I think if you're Matilda Castron, you know, you're obviously a winner on the LPGA Tour already, but you want it for your friend, you know, one of your best friends out here, Kelly Tan. You want her to also be a winner on the tour, and you know, it's there's a lot of emotions involved in this for each other. Like, you want it so much for the other person.
So just going to go ahead and get the par here, it looks like.
Yeah, I think this is a mixed bag. I've heard a couple of different strategies. I mean, see, there you go. Now,
Oh gosh.
see. I mean, that's why I think you just leave that mark.
I do
and
too.
Just count on. Hey, she's going to make that putt if I need it. Now this changes. This changes Cheyenne's putt.
Yeah, even as good as Cheyenne is, I think it frees them up. Like you said, it's all personal. You got to know your partner.
That was a strange miss.
That was not, you weren't paying attention, putt.
Exactly, like you almost had it counted, like
Yeah.
you're just gonna, you know, oh, it doesn't really mean anything, I'll just go and knock it in, as opposed to really giving it to do.
I agree. That's why you just go ahead and leave it marked.
But I mean, especially a putt like that you're going to make probably 98% of the time. Just leave it down and let your
Yeah.
partner go at it.
Yeah.
And this is one. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to take some break out of this, but
1.5? I had a 1.5 exactly.
a cup and a half. That's about right. Out on the right.
Karen, what's your thought on Cheyenne's such a great putter to have your partner come in and read it? I mean, it's a little bit different than yours too. I know you sometimes caddy. What's your thought on that?
Well, I think you like to do it to for each other to be part of the team, but I actually would rather not come in for my partner. I'd be like, this is you're going to putt this how you see it, how you're going to make it. I may see it differently. I'm a more aggressive putter than you. I'm going to take less break, so you need to see it how you're going to putt it.
That's exactly right, Karen. Only the player knows how hard they're going to hit it.
Yeah.
And you can hit a putt 5 different ways and it still go in. A breaking putt, that is.
Yeah, I think that affected that putt. It really did.
Yeah, I mean, she just was too tentative.
Yeah.
Good tour.
Well, missed opportunity at 10. That was about a big birdie, so no par's a good score there, but they could have got one more. I'd shout out, this would be a big payoff birdie.
It would be, and one that she can feel really good about after, you know, coming out of that little hole in the fairway.
Frustrating couple of holes for her. That was an excellent shot. That really was a good putt. Just did not quite start it far enough out. She's in with the par. All right, Angela's moved up to this group. Sasso now for eagle.
Yeah, I love this tee box is up today. It's so much more exciting. Looks like she's having a hard time getting the ball to stay in its spot. So this putt is going to move left to right, and the first part of this is uphill. And then as it gets closer to the hole, it's going to move back to the left and run away from her. It's one you can't necessarily be super aggressive on.
No, it's a quick putt. I rolled some this morning. It's deceivingly fast, like you said. Once it gets about 2 or 3 feet from the hole, then it starts going downhill.
I mean, you would think you always want to be aggressive with eagle putts, but got to make sure you walk away with birdie here.
Watch this one. It's just deceivingly fast going up that slope. Maybe a little bit of aggressive on that putt for eagle. Knight and Zokol with a 2-shot lead over Castron and Tan, who just made bogey at 10. They're heading over to the 11th. Still a bunched up leaderboard. Plenty of golf left. The Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. Some good scoring out there.
It is a warm, beautiful summer day in Midland, Michigan, home of the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational on the LPGA Tour. We have a nice change of pace just ahead of the next major championship in France. This is a team event with a Saturday finish in a format similar to the Zurich Classic on the PGA Tour. It's two-person teams competing in alternate shot and best ball. The final round is best ball. Cheyenne Knight had it for her team on number 3. This birdie got her and partner Elizabeth Zokol to 19 under par. I'm Kelly Tillman, great to be with you, joined by Karen Stupples. On the 5th hole, Karen, Matilda Castron was looking for birdie.
Well, and the team Castron and Tan need to make up some ground fast, and this birdie on the 5th is definitely going to help that along.
Applying some pressure to the leaders. They get to 18 under. Castron's partner, her best friend Kelly Tan, also contributed a birdie of her own at 6.
Well, and in this best ball format, you can be aggressive, and this team really doing just that.
Well, after a string of pars, Elizabeth Zokol woke up in the 9th. This for birdie to get Team Zokol and Knight to 20 under. Lovely stroke. Just a few more of those and they might have this one. Team Knight and Zokol hoping to capitalize on a tournament record 62 yesterday, an alternate shot. Castron and Tan hoping to improve on last year's runner-up finish. And a birdie at 12 gets Sasso and Boutier in contention as well. CBS Sports and the LPGA Tour bring you the final round of the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational, part of the season-long race to the CME Globe. It doesn't get any better than mid-Michigan in summertime. The weather is outstanding. The format is exciting. Welcome to Midland, home to Dow's corporate headquarters in the 4th edition of this fun-filled event. A win here counts toward each player's official LPGA win totals, so there is a lot at stake. Great community support in this area. Everyone out in full force. Players looking for those beautiful trophies. Kelly Tillman joined by a pair of major champs and Solheim Cup veterans calling the action today. That's Karen Stupples and Angela Stanford, who is walking the fairways. We also have 5-time PGA Tour winner Jim Gallagher Jr. and PGA Tour veteran Tripp Eisenhower. Let's get out to the action. This is a close one. We have Jody Ewart-Shadoff on the tee at 12.
And this par 4 has been moved up today to make it very reachable for all the players. It's 247 yards on the card, but it's only 237 to the front.
That one inching as close as it can over to Jim Gallagher Jr. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Kelly. Sasso now is on the tee. Angela Stanford's with this group.
Good afternoon. Lucas gonna hit a 7-iron here from 163. Looks like it's heading a little right. Wanting the wind to help it a little bit.
Plays downhill about 6 yards.
And we head up now to the 18th. It is a par 3 finishing hole. This green surrounded by water. And this team of Sarah Kemp and Elena Sharp were lighting up the golf course today. Counted. A sign of today's times, Karen.
That was for a little 60, 10 under par on their round today.
Well, this is going to be so much fun following this finish with you at home, and of course all those in great support here in Midland, Michigan. They all come out with the sunny skies and a different way to play the game. This was a first of its kind when it debuted in 2019 here at the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational, this two-person team format with the alternation of play between foursomes and four ball. And we have a Saturday finish to allow the players heading off to the Evian in France next week, that extra day of travel. Yep. It's well placed and well done.
It really is. I think the players enjoy coming here. I think they enjoy having an opportunity to play with some of their friends on tour. I mean, it gives players a chance to cement their position on the tour, players that may have already won. But it also gives a chance to give their friends a little gift of potentially getting the team victory as well, and also securing their status on the LPGA Tour. You know, of the players that are at the top of this leaderboard, a number of them don't have anything in terms of wins, so it's very interesting.
Oh, that's the case for Kelly Tan. Her best finish this season came last week. It was a tie for 59th. She would love to have her first win, especially Tripp Eisenhower, alongside her best friend and partner in Matilda Castron. What is she facing here, Tripp? Beg your pardon? We will chime in with Tripp in just a moment, but she was dialed in on that shot. You can see the wind working against her.
They're coming off a little shaky few holes. They've both been a little bit wayward, that Castron-Tan partnership.
Well, this team began the day with the lead, and they've been playing like they're defending rather than being more aggressive. This is more like it, how they got here. Just 2 birdies on the day. A missed opportunity at 10, but back in position here at the 11th. Elizabeth Zokel partnering with Cheyenne Knight. And we'll now say hello to Tripp.
At the most, Cheyenne. It's going to hit down and down slow. Yes. Yeah.
78 short?
Yes, that's fine.
78 shot. The actual yardage is 81, so trying to hit that little skipper in there with this lob wedge. And Karen, golf has got to be boring for Cheyenne. She just hits it down the middle of the fairway. She hits greens all the time. My goodness.
Wouldn't it be nice to play golf like that?
Yes, it would. Here's another one.
And not only that, Tripp, she's actually kind of good with the putter as well. She's a very solid player across the board.
And this is textbook partnership in best ball golf. Both of you have a look. One looking locked for par, maybe 2 birdies coming up. All you need is one. Castron and Tan now.
Yeah, Castron 79 yards, a little bit of a downhill lie, so probably going to be tough to throw this one up in the air, but she's got her partner in there pretty close, so look for her to be aggressive with this one. Oh yeah, that looks good.
As they say, you could throw a blanket over those, but no one's cozy in this position just yet. Great looks coming up at 11. Stay with us. We're just getting underway. The Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational on CBS Sports is sponsored by Dow, the official sustainability resource of the LPGA and LET.
Back at the 13th, Mika Sassa's second shot to par 3.
She has a decent lie. It's uphill to the hole.
Pretty decent chip. All right, nicely done. And up for par. All right, Kelly Tan now back at the 11th, the par 5. This for birdie.
One that really doesn't have a whole lot of break, Jim. What is there should move slightly to her right, but really flat putt, and we need this coming off a bogey at the 10th. That went the other way. My goodness.
Yeah, it did. Lost its speed. Over to 12.
And this is an eagle opportunity for Shadoff to jump her team to 18 under. Too delicate of a touch, Karen.
Was, and it's disappointing when you do that. You want to give those eagle chances a really good run, but I mean, a comfortable birdie there, but they're behind. They need to make up some ground, and eagles will definitely do that for you. But
back to 11.
Yep, Elizabeth Sokol now for the birdie.
Both of them had it on the left edge, moving to the right.
Did break just too hard. It's a short one, but it didn't mean anything on last hole. She did birdie 9, so missed opportunity here. 38 now for birdie at 13.
I'm convinced the rules officials found every ridge to put hole locations on today. It putts uphill and then it runs away from her.
You're right. I was out there today, and it was really tricky.
Well, this is certainly one of the hottest teams out there today making their move. Wednesday, August 2nd, TV's original Guilty Pleasure is back when Big Brother returns for its 25th season. With new house guests and new twists, this will be the wildest Big Brother yet. Season premiere Wednesday, August 2nd on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. Let's get back to 11.
Jan Knight had a great chance for birdie at the last hole. See if she could make this one here at 11.
Well, at the last hole, her partner missed a pretty much tap in for par, but she took care of this one, so she cleaned it up. She's in with 5. So we have a 5 in the bank, and I think Castron's putting on the same line as her partner. So you got to think as a competitor, Karen, that you got to make this to stay 2 ahead.
no doubt about it. And I actually think that Jan Knight likes this position. That
Try.
Missed the last 2 a little bit on the left side, but missed a couple good opportunities that would have really extended their lead, but still, Castron yet. Well, oh, there's Suzanne Pedersen. Just happens to be the Solheim captain. Captain and a Dow ambassador.
this works twofold. Obviously, Suzanne's looking to get her eyes on Matilda, who has played in the Solheim Cup already, but also she wants to see that by her being there applies any pressure to Matilda and see how she performs under that pressure.
Yeah, a couple other players, Boudier, Shadoff, they're out there. She'll like that if she gotta love that stroke. All right, that settles her down. She struggled the last couple holes, but nice birdie there.
Well, did she not prove herself? And she made the cup clinching putt at Inverness, about 3 hours south of here, just across the border in Ohio. I don't know. What do you have to do to get a ticket back? Well, she won't do it the traditional way or the conventional way, Karen, because she's not qualified automatically through any avenue, and that won't likely be the case for her. She needs Suzanne Pedersen's support. She needs a pick, it looks like.
She does. Her game has not really been of the same caliber that it was when she got on the Solheim Cup last time round. So she needs to be showing that she's coming into some kind of form and doing enough to impress Suzanne.
All right, Maria Fassi now for birdie. She and Stacey Lewis 16 under, this to get to 17.
And Stacey's helping her look at this putt and read it.
Well, they both read it right, yes, and that was just a moment ago. That gets 3 in a row for them. They're making a rally. Remember, they made double at 16, or bogey at 16, double at 17 yesterday, so they're not out of it yet.
It's going to be a great finish here up at the 18th. This is Megan Kang partnering with Allison Lee. This for birdie. Just a fascinating home hole, Karen.
It is with the par 3. I mean, you're playing down over the water. You've got a great setting with the clubhouse on the right, big stands round behind it. And they're playing it where the whole location is accessible for that kind of excitement today.
Yeah, we're back at the 13th. Let's check out a shot with our Top Tracer technology. We're 63 yards downhill, about 6 yards. It's looking out to the right. Might need to get a little bit left. All right.
See another player that Suzanne is interested in too for the Solheim Cup. Great ball striker, Jody.
They're at the 12th tee. We have Kelly Tan.
Between the 2 bunkers, like Okay, just come it down your line, nothing more. Trust it.
All right, now the wind's kind of switched. It's actually back kind of downwind right now out of the right, which is very helpful in this situation. This is low and left.
They have hit some dubious shots today.
Yeah. Partner says it's all right. If you've just hit that shot, you're not feeling like that's okay. That's not pretty.
Borga now here at 13. Back. Need to get something going here. A little draw here. Nice high. 95 feet on the apex. Going right at it. Excellent shot.
Back at the 12th, we have Matilda Castron on the tee. A little pumped up coming off that birdie, hopefully.
Yeah, needed to get the things back on track for this team.
Only 237 to carry the front of this green today.
Yeah, that's to the right.
Great.
Come in. Into the wind. Slightly right to the pole there.
And as we keep it with this group, let's take a look at some insights by KPMG. Looking at the ranks this season for Cheyenne Knight, she is lauded for having a solid putting stroke, but not too bad in ball striking, tee to green, scoring average, and total numbers there, Karen. Pretty consistent.
They really are. I mean, they're ranking anywhere between 14th and 20th, you know, in terms of being right in that sweet spot. Typically, you're going to be a consistent player. You're having a great year on tour if you're in that area with those numbers.
And that shot exemplary of the discussion we are having right now.
Yeah, I think it would have been a challenge for her to get it, you know, over one of those bunkers that's short of it. I'm a little surprised by Zokol with this club, but, well, she's got enough. It looks like this is just left of it.
It's to carry those bunkers, it's only about 220 to carry everything.
Well, partnership coming at this hole in two completely different ways. It's a narrow one-shot lead at the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. Back at the 12th at Midland Country Club in the second shot of Cheyenne Knight.
Just 68 yards. Zero wind right now.
Well, they're doing that part nicely. It's now just a matter of connecting on these critical putts. This is Celine Boudier at the 14th.
And she has 122. This is a tough little shot because you need to stay below it and right to have the best chance.
Okay.
It's a really sloped green.
25.
This one getting better by the second. That's also evidence of just how quick these screens are rolling in certain sections of the green. Let's take a look at our tournament headlines at the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. Yesterday, I mentioned at the top of the show, Knight and Zokol, they call themselves Team Elizabethan Knights, having some fun with this format. Partnering for a 62 in foursomes, also known as alternate shot. That's a tournament record. You can see some other nice notes coming. Kelly Tan trying to become the first player from Malaysia to win on tour with the help of her partner, Matilda Castron.
Boy, got a little too cute with that, but very fortunate.
Yeah, she really didn't leave herself in the best spot there.
And now the second for Sasso at 14.
97 yards. This is her 50-degree wedge.
That's what major champions do, Karen.
Well, and she's had some iffy distance control, so good to see her getting that right just now.
Castron at 12, her second. Again, just not really coming up with the goods as we get deeper into this final round.
Shot off for birdie here at 13. Oh, wow. It just didn't quite take the break.
And at the 12th, what was this lie like for Zoko?
A little on the downslope. That was pretty good. She could easily hit that one off the green on the other side. That was very respectable.
Well, as we can see, she's from that little downslope, so she's going to have to make sure that she keeps her spine angle going down that slope too, which means that the ball is going to come out a little bit lower than you would expect. Just clearing that lip and landing it on that fringe took some of the speed out of it.
Go to 14 and the second of Maria Fassi just a moment ago.
She had 92 yards. She really has to work at controlling the spin with her wedges.
She clearly went to school on those first two shots as well and knew exactly where she wanted to be. She executed. And at the 12th, a birdie chance for Tan for this team to once again get a share of the lead.
Yeah, this putt's going to be breaking to her left really hard the first part of it, then straightens out. Very fortunate. That ball just cleared the bunker by, inches. It never took the left part of it like it looks like.
Well, this team shot 62 in last year's final round and actually lost ground to the eventual champs, Cupcho and Salas, who shot a 61.
Selena Morgan now hit a wonderful shot in here at 13. There's only been 11 birdies. Did she make it 12? She did. Nicely done. Good read there. That was a tough read. Gets them to 17 under. A couple birdies back-to-back after the bogey at 11. To 12.
It's a wide open race. Every shot getting more important.
Yeah, and of the 4 shots in here, this was the one you expected to be the closest. It was by far the easiest. She just went right underneath it in that rough, and now she's got some 18 feet for birdie.
She's had a couple of those trips.
Yeah, indeed.
Chipping from the rough. Got to feel like you're losing one there, Trip, in a big way.
At the 14th, Celine Boudier trying to get her team to 19 under.
A pass going to fall to her right. Oh, wow.
Is that purely a speed thing?
Well, yeah, it was. I thought that was going to catch enough of that lip on the high side for it to fall in. And it looked good all the way, but maybe just an inch too much speed, even as little as that.
A lot of movement in that putt for as short as it was. Back at 12. What's in front of her here?
Yeah, this putt's going to move left early. And it looks like it might keep going left at the hole as well. She's hit a number of quality putts. I think she's just been misreading them. I don't think there's anything other than that. This is a pretty hard one to read correctly, though.
Not high enough. We'll head over to 14 and check in with Team Heat here, trying to put some more pressure on this leading pair.
Her putt is opposite her partners. Oh, wow.
On paper, you have to love this duo.
They were one that when you saw was going to tee up, that you always had a feeling that they would be up there, the top of the leaderboard, proven winners.
Up at the 18th, this is Pei Yun Chen partnering with Yu Sang Ho. Finally, we see one friendly curl in.
Pei Yun Chen's nickname is Money. That putt was money.
For a 62. solid number in this best ball format. Back to the 12th. Cheyenne Knight first to go here for her team.
Should be just a formality.
And it is. They have left a lot on these putting greens.
I think they used them all up yesterday.
Yeah, they did. They did. My goodness. But here's the thing. Elizabeth couldn't see what this ball did going by the hole. She asked Cheyenne, and Cheyenne said it went two ways. It went both left and right. So typically that means it's back up the hill straight.
Doesn't waste any time.
There it is. Partners in with par. You're freed up. That's how you strategize. Back to a 2-shot lead for Elizabethan Knights.
2 birdies to 1.
All right, back at the 13th tee, coming off that team birdie, Cheyenne Knight.
8-iron in hand.
That was just a moment ago, and that comes up way short. All right, now our partner Zokel, who made the birdie on the last hole.
That's the same club. That looks to be a little further on a good line. Got to go, though.
Yeah, it just it plays downhill about 6 yards, but neither one of them quite got those enough to get up on the green.
And at the 14th, this is the second for Shadoff. She's staring at it, and why not? A beauty to just a couple of feet. Great opportunity for this team to get back in this mix.
All right, Kelly Tan now at 13.
Now she looks to have one more. She looks to have 7 in hand. Skies are darkening behind us. It's a little left trying to cut, but not doing it.
That misses up on the left side. That'll be a tricky little putt. The first 3 players did not hit very solid shots in there. Look back here. That's the 18th green back in the right. Great finish right there. Beautiful setting. Castro. Now let's check out her shot with our top tracer technology.
Yeah, this is 7 as well. Oh, this is looking pretty good if it's enough.
Excellent. Easy release. It does. Wow. Morgan made a putt from the same spot. Nice chance for birdie. We got a special guest, Kelly.
A man who is certainly smiling after another great week here at the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. Jim Fitterling, the chairman and CEO of Dow. It's great to see you again, sir.
Great to see you. Welcome back to Midland.
Thank you so much. The golf is so good. So too are your endeavors in sports. Sustainability is at the heart of all of Dow's sports sponsorships. Tell us more about how Dow showcases that this week.
Yeah, we've always taken a focus with all of our sports on how to minimize the use of water, waste, and greenhouse gas emissions. This tournament became the first geo-certified tournament when we started the tournament 4 years ago. And now it's part of about 20 tournaments that we're working with around the LPGA and the LET to become geo-certified. Last year we became carbon neutral, and we continue to work on that platform to try to help others.
What sort of impacts are you seeing, Jim, beyond this week?
Well, we have a Dow Acceleration Grant program going with the LPGA and the LET, and this is to help other tournaments. And so those other 20 tournaments are working with us on their blueprint, how to assess their footprint, how to make improvements. And we're also working with our ambassador, Suzanne Pedersen, who's been with us for years. She's the Solheim Cup captain for the European side this year. And the Solheim Cup that's coming up in Spain will be the first Geo Solheim Cup. So it's taken on a full dimension. We've really embraced it. The LPGA Tour, the LET have embraced it. And I think, as you can see, we work very hard to make sure it's a great event.
That's really neat. I know you had your eye on the competition last year like you do every year, and Castron and Tan coming so close to winning. You saw that shot by Castron just a moment ago. Suzanne Pedersen watching over it.
Exactly.
It's good stuff. I know you're proud of what you see here, what you've created here this week.
Very proud. Great play. We've had great weather this week. The players have really posted some good scores, especially yesterday, an alternate shot. The greens are our best defense here, and they've been holding up pretty well this week. And it's going to be interesting to see who's going to win it.
Well, Jim Fitterling, the chairman and CEO of Dow, thank you so much for your thoughts and, of course, for your efforts by your entire team here.
Thank you.
All right, have a great one. Enjoy this finish. You may hear some rumbling of thunder in the distance. We are keeping an eye on a front that could potentially move through the area. We are obviously moving with precaution here. The tournament staff deciding now is the time to find safety.
Just get us ready.
So,
can I get it right
in the
today?
throes of this back nine, everyone forced to take a break and think about what has happened so far and what is still ahead. Players clearly marking the position of their golf balls. It looks as if everyone will have to leave the area. Sometimes they can just go stand nearby and find some shelter. Let's take a look at what is coming our way, and that does not look very pretty in parts. The good news is it looks like the severe parts of the systems are dissipating just a bit as they get closer to Midland Country Club. Don't know what they're going to do. It's certainly encouraging on that level. So we'll keep an eye on this with you. It is Knight and Zokel leading by 2 at the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational here in Midland, Michigan. We are taking cover for the moment with some great golf still ahead of us and lots of daylight as well. Don't go anywhere.
All right, we're back with the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. We had a little weather delay. It started at 4:35, about an hour and 40 minutes, and the players are ready to go, and the fans are ready to go. Knight and Zokel with a 2-shot lead. That is the 13th green. I'm Jim Gallagher Jr. You got Karen Stupples with me in the booth. Angela Stanford and Tripp Eisenhower's down on the ground. And Tripp is with this final group. Looks like Cheyenne Knight will be next to play.
Yeah, and Jim, you know, coming out of rain delays that you practiced this. You absolutely, I'm sure she hit this exact chip a number of times before she got here.
Good news, we did not get much rain. We kind of got lucky there.
And that's very nice.
She'll have that for par. Her partner's just short of the green as well. It's a par 3 playing downhill. All right, to 14, Polly Mack now for birdie.
We talk a lot about how far she hits her tee shots, but she's been rolling the ball pretty well today.
Oh, I'd say that's after the delay, Karen. How about that? Zokel now. This for birdie. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was a little too aggressive,
I'd say. Got a little work left there. Shadoff hit that beautiful shot in here. This now for birdie. All right, gets them to 18 under par. So things are tightening up here. Good way to start out. They weren't weather delay didn't stop them any.
No, it's kind of nice to come out to just having just a little tap in for birdie after
Absolutely.
that play.
All right, Kelly Tan now for birdie.
Yeah, putting up a slope, Jim, and then it kind of crowns at the hole. Moving what is there should be to her right.
That comes up about 2 feet short, obviously, with a little cautious. Second shot for Sasso. Angela's with this group.
Yeah, she's laid back a little bit farther than everybody else. She has 140 to this front hole location. Needs to get it at least 5 on, or it's coming back at her.
Yeah, it's down a little bit of a bowl, so it should be accessible today. It should spin back. Didn't quite come off that slope.
Almost like that play, a little better for her with a longer club than with her wedge into that hole. Just she's been a little unpredictable with the distance control over the course of the 3 days. Today it's been better.
Yeah, especially those first couple of days, she missed them for sure. All right, that's now at the 13th green, just behind the 15th. Now Zoko has a little bit of work left for par.
Yeah, she does. Her partner's in there where you would think it's, you know, got a high percentage chance of making, but go ahead and have her pick that mark up. You know, it's tough. They were coming off a really nice birdie at the 12th, carrying some momentum here.
Looked like that took just a little bit of a hop off that putter face.
Maybe, yeah. So she'll make the bogey. Cheyenne still has a little work left for par. Trying to get refocused, Karen. That's some of the tricky parts after delay. You're trying to get your first win for Elizabeth, and Cheyenne trying to get the second win. You know, Castron hit a beautiful shot in here though for birdie.
Oh, she did. I'd never left the flag, Jim. It was just perfect now. Has got the freedom of her partner in with a 3. This putt has very little break. What is theirs to the right, Karen. So this is one where you can go ahead and hit it a little harder than you normally would and just take the break out of it.
I like that, especially if there's, as you were saying, very little break. Just keep it inside the hole and make sure you hit the back of the hole.
She does just that. Nice. Get something going for them. So good birdie at the par 3 13. They moved to 20, just one back. This just a moment ago. Maria Fossi's second shot now at the 15th.
With 115, this is the kind of shot you want to come back to out of a rain delay. You're looking right at the hole location. That looks good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. They're on a pretty good roll today. They had it going yesterday, let it get away, but they're still not out of it. Cheyenne Knight now for par back at 13.
Yeah, this is needs full attention here. It's really straightish putt, but it's just about the nerves. But as you said, Jim, she has gone through this cauldron before of winning, so you can always draw on those nerves once again.
All right, nice putt.
That was well done,
yeah,
Jim, because that green is so close to that 15th green where Maria Fassis just hit that shot in tight, and you could hear the excitement that was surrounding that shot.
Yeah, that's kind of settles things down. All right, second shot for Boudier. Drove it a little far here.
Yeah, she's got 108 left.
Just a moment ago over at 18, Rusine, this for birdie. Lindbergh this week. Nice finish here last year. Different partner, but same result. Nice putt. So they finished with 68. They were excited to get her done. All right, Kelly Tan now at 14T.
She's been a pretty good leadoff hitter for him. She's been putting the ball in play time and time again, and this is another case of that.
That'll work just fine. You know, Karen, with you get in the format like this, I know all of the shots different, but you know, who goes first? How do you decide that? What kind of a strategy goes into that?
Typically, the most consistent player, the one who's going to put the ball in play, is going to be the one that would choose to go first. Or the one that is not as good at dealing with pressure, because if the first person hits it into trouble, then you're the one who has to make sure that you hit a good one, Trip.
Yeah, absolutely. And usually you put the straighter hitter first, get a ball in play, and then the longer hitter can go ahead and swing freely.
Yeah.
And I would say Matilda's a little bit longer. In the next pairing, it's a little more dramatic difference in distance between Zokol and Cheyenne.
Okay.
That ball will be just fine down the left.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't her best, but it should be fine. Maria Fossi did happen for birdie to get to 18 under. She and Stacy Lewis saw that great shot she hit in. All right, Boudier now, this for birdie at 15.
This is going to move her right to left. Might have a little speed there in the end.
All right, Cheyenne Knight now at 14.
Good one. Really nice.
Yeah, and she's an ideal leadoff hitter. She has just not missed any fairways when she needed to, and there's another one with a good look from that angle.
So she'll have a good spot coming in there. All right, Zokol now on the TV
Yeah,
driver.
and Zokol can take this bunker on, Karen. That's what I was talking about. You get Cheyenne in a good spot and let Zokol go ahead and challenge this right bunker. She didn't even take it on, but still 4 good tee shots.
Yeah, absolutely. This whole location on the front portion sets it up for a good chance for birdie for all 4 of these players. All right, it's also for birdie here at 15.
It's a straight back down the slope. Should have plenty of speed, just needs to get it on line.
Just got it outside just a little too far. Made a nice cut at the last hole. Slows that momentum just a little bit, but still only 2 back. Back at the 18th, Sarah Schmelzel here, par 3, 138 yards.
She's playing with Lindsay Weaver Wright as her partner.
12 under. Birdie could go a long way trying to get it to turn. Oh, beautiful shot there. Chance for birdie.
We've seen a number of birdies on this 18th hole, Jim. Only playing 138 yards today, and a whole location that is not quite as intimidating as some of the ones that we have seen.
Yeah, without the wind, this whole place fairly easy, of course, with the distance you're talking about. Lindsay Weaver right now.
Should only be a 9-iron.
Yeah.
Maybe a big wedge for some of the longer players, but 9 I would think is the club of choice for most of these players.
Absolutely. Likes it. White pitch is solid, but that'll work. Got a couple chances for birdie at 18. Crowd's having a good time. Why not? A little bit of a delay had slowed anybody down. It's a nice walk there. Beautiful clubhouse, beautiful golf course. Still some fans out here after our weather delay. About an hour and 40-minute delay. It's the 15th fairway. Trying to figure out who we've got is next. Bear's doing a great job up there in the crane and the up there. That tall camera, he does a great job. He's begged me to go up there, but I'm not going up there with you, Bear.
I've been up with Bear.
I love Bear, but I'm not going up there with him.
I've been up there twice. It was fabulous. Very safe.
All right, Polly Mack looks like she's next to play. Karen, we've watched her. There's Bear up there doing a great job.
Yep.
You know, she hits the ball long. We talked about that. I think it's in the scoring irons when she can control these. It's going to be a big difference in her career.
But that's such a thing that you see, Jim, with a number of players. I mean, that's
a good job there.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that will happen in time.
Yeah. Well, because when you're an amateur and you hit the ball a long way, you don't necessarily have to have a great short game to compete and to win.
All right, Cheyenne Knight now, second shot at the 14th.
118 with a wedge. 0 wind out here. It is ideal. And this is a lot of pitch left of this hole towards the right front of this green. Oh boy. She didn't like that one.
Yeah, she got away with it, though. It actually released.
Had the chunk and run.
I don't think that was in her strategy, but it did work.
Normally for the bunker shot, but she got a little chunk and run there too.
Exactly. Good thing it's still firm. We did get a lot of rain. That's Kelly Tan now.
Yeah, love it.
She's 116 yards. Just a nice, comfortable pitching wedge for Kelly. This one looks pretty good.
Oh, come on back. It does. Beautiful shot. Yes. That is excellent. They're making a run. Second here last year. Kelly Tan's partner. There you go, Matilda Castron. Actually, Matilda was the maid of honor last December. What a beautiful picture. Snowing. They took the picture outside up in Calgary. That's only 40 below. That's not too bad. What else can you ask? Great friends, traveled together on the Epson Tour. And now Castron now second shot.
Yeah, exact same number, 116. And this one's left.
She's had that look a couple times, even early in the round. She's not releasing, though. She's like almost stopping, Karen.
Yeah, it's almost like she's trying to keep the trajectory down a little bit. But I mean, I don't know. I like a more flowing through the ball that Kelly had.
All right, Sokol's second shot.
108, sand wedge. Oh, this one looks pretty good.
I'd say. Excellent shot. Needs to slow down on the spin, but it really comes back so fast from above the hole. Wow, that comes all the way off the green.
Further away than her partner's chunk and rough.
Absolutely. All right, Shadoff, second shot of 15.
I think I caught a glimpse of Emma Talley all the way down
I did see
far
that.
left. So it's good to see Jody playing a good shot in there for her partner.
That's the clubhouse of the Midland Country Club. We're at the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. We'll be right back. Back at the 14th green. There's our final group. Zoko with a one-shot lead over Castron and Tan. All four players there have chances for birdie. Zoko and Cheyenne Knight are just on the front portion of the green.
Yep.
Looks like Zoko's going to go. Castron, I believe, is away though, Trip.
It's close. It's really close. I'm kind of equidistant, but yeah, they're gonna. Castron is gonna go. This putt is probably the fastest on the golf course, other than behind maybe the 8th hole today.
Well, this would be a place where maybe Kelly, if Castron is away, then maybe Kelly Tan could have gone ahead and tapped her birdie in and.
It's not a tap in quite.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
It's just outside that range.
Gotcha.
You still got to hit this the way you want to, the Trip is normal.
Yeah. And she's going to be further than her partner.
Yeah, that's just a tough putt from above the hole. Seen a lot of players struggle with the speed. Kind of wiggles actually right. It's a weird putt. It should go to the left, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. It looks actually really straight, and it does wiggle to the right. Now, Knight and Zoko, they both got putters in hand, Jim, and I think if you want to make this, if you're thinking make, you need to chip it. There's some imperfections, different type of grass that she's going to have to putt through in the fringe. But it is uphill the whole way. She really hit a much better shot than this result.
Yeah, kind of hop to the right off that little grass right there, just short. All right, Polly Mack now for birdie at 15. In the middle, there's no worries. Polly had it all the way. Gets them a little closer to that lead. There you go. Nice putt. That's 4 in a row. Look at this. Made a bogey on the par 5. That hurts, but he birdie 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, Cheyenne Knight now for birdie.
Well, there's no reason to not give this a good run. Breaking to her right.
Feel the nerves at this point of the day, Karen. Sometimes you're trying to get your second win for Cheyenne, first win for Elizabeth.
I think it's, I mean, for Cheyenne, obviously she wants that win for herself, but I think she almost wants it more for her friend Elizabeth as well.
All right, Shadoff now for birdie. She's got 19 under. She has missed some chances on this 9.
Up and out of it
Yep.
really quickly. She just knew that she didn't get the ball started on her line.
All right, Castron's going to go ahead and putt for par. Kelly Tan's in there for birdie.
Yeah, but, and you know, I mean, Kelly is about 2 feet. But the thing is, it's got some break in it, and it's really fast. So that's one where I really agree with going ahead and putting the 4 in here.
They've got the par. Yeah, I think with this putt, with Kelly, she'd go ahead and hit it as firm as she wants.
I mean, now it's an easy putt. I mean, there's just nothing to it. You just put it in the hole and just hit it. If she had to worry about a next putt, that's when you have to get it up there on the top lip and hit it soft, and then all sorts of different things can happen. Now that's not even in play.
It's the tie for the lead. Good catch. It's in now.
That was off the heel.
Yeah, it was.
She hit that off the heel.
She did. Woo. I think she knows it. Tell by that reaction. You got to take another look at this one, Karen.
I mean, there's a sizable looking putt ahead there, but you can see that she's at the last minute. She thinks I've got to give this a little more, and it just oof, oof.
Yeah, it's kind of a nervy putt. Miss Melzel hit that shot in here. This for birdie at 18. Holds the finish. Oh, wow, just a little too firm. Got the par, so finish up.
Thank you. Let's give it up, Midland, for team
4 under,
66.
finishes 12 under. All right, back at the 15th tee, Kelly Tan.
Yeah, same target, okay? Just commit to it on that line. Trust it.
Yeah, this is just, taking a line right of that second bunker out there, and ideally you'd like to keep it a little short of it. It's a much better angle. As I said, she's a really good leadoff hitter.
Bang!
Nice call up there.
Very nice. Castro would be next. She's hit a couple left today. She did block one on 9, but she's hit a couple less with the driver.
Yeah, left is no bueno. This is a 3-wood, though, and she has hit this club left as well.
Come on,
that's not.
Yeah, she wasn't worried about that one, Karen. That was a better swing from Karen.
I think she'll like that very much.
Yeah, I tell that expression there. Hey, I finally hit one solid.
I think now it's got their attention. I think they're going to have to stand up and play some golf here because I'd say momentum has fully shifted to Castron and Tan.
Well, I mean, they had that 3-shot lead at the start of the day trip, and when you have that sizable lead, it's something that you don't really want to let go. And in the history of this event, the most from behind anybody has come back to win was 2 back. So right now, Castron and Tan were 3 back. So you're in a position here to make some history.
Yeah, and you got about 5 or 6 teams within 3, so there's plenty of golf left.
Good tee shot here.
Yeah, I agree, Karen. I think you have to be aggressive at this point. You can't hold on. You got to try to win the tournament now.
I mean, when you think about how well they played yesterday in the alternate shot, foursomes, they were 8 under par, and today they're only 3 under.
Right, Stacey Lewis, this is a moment ago, the second shot at the tough 16th.
Well, she's 190 from the hole. She told me she had to hit a few balls to come back out, but her partner is so young she didn't have to.
Well, practice paid off. Excellent shot. That's a veteran move. Bounces up there nicely. They made bogey here yesterday, so a little payback maybe here at 16. So they got a good chance there to get within a couple now. At Boudier now, second shot.
She's got 174. The tee is back today where it was the first round. So the hole's playing much longer. You need to hit it in the fairway here. Not a problem for these two on this team. This ball is heading left.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the lie's okay. Got a little bit of green worth. They're actually nestled down just a little bit there. It's also second shot.
Yeah, her partner only has about 149 yards here. This is a 9-iron.
She can send it high, can't she, Angela?
It's unbelievable. I would love to see Fossey and Salsa just go after it on the driving range. It would be so much fun to watch. This one's going right at it.
Yeah. Nice shot, nice shot.
I mean, amazing when you saw Stacey coming in from 50 yards behind Sasso, playing a smart shot, getting up in there tight, and Sasso then taking it.
Come on, partner. It's a team event. I love it.
She has separation anxiety.
Jung Lee 5 now. They're 12 under par. Birdie go a long way. They're tied for 16. See if they can get one here. Got some ooze. Get some ahs. Beautiful. Excellent shot. Good job. Yeah, very good. She wanted the one. Yeah, let's go back up the hill, and that's the 15th green.
What is fun?
Just go in back. Right edge of it, right hand. Yeah. Yeah. I think you can hit a solid one to all these numbers.
Love that.
Yeah.
Right, I think that time.
Yes, I love it there. Just commit to it, you know. Trust it. 127. This is a pitch and wedge. This one does need to get down just a bit.
Ooh, a lot of bit. Wow. That was a big mistake there. That's not her best by any means. That shocked her, Karen.
Now Zoka 125. Wasting no time. Well, this is high. This looks real good.
She had to go in the last hole and spin back too far.
Really
That
good.
is excellent play. Good chance for birdie.
Good now, Cheyenne. Go.
And Cheyenne Knight 120. Pitch and wedge as well. Karen, I think whatever of these two teams can play out 3 under from here, I think they could win it outright. I think 2 under and they might be playing a little extra golf.
I think you have a really good point there. I think 16 is obviously a tough hole, but the others you've got to really take advantage of.
That's the right distance, but a little too far right.
Yeah. Trying to come back off that slope. There is a little bit of one there. Getting a little bit better.
All right, Castron last to hit 113. With her partner back there and 2 pretty good looks at birdie there. Pressure back on her to deliver. Poor iron shot to the left on the last one. This one's not left.
Trying to check, but just a little bit firm right there. So.
Yeah, and she'll give Cheyenne Knight a little bit of a
Good
putt
point.
too.
Yeah, good point. Our partner's about 50 feet past the hole, so okay shot there, but felt like they'd hit a little bit closer there with that kind of a bowl look. Knight Sokol at 21 under. Castron and Tan at 21 under. 2 more teams, just 2 back. We'll be right back. Sasso for birdie at 16.
Breaking pretty good left to right.
Ah, just missed. Fossey and Stacy Lewis missed their birdie putts. Boudier has a par putt, but she should be able to handle that. That was a big miss there. Bad
Yeah.
time to miss one.
They needed that, but there was a lot of break to that putt to be so short.
Don't make par at the 16th. All right, Kelly Tan now. Long birdie try here at 15.
Yeah, and really the latter half of the putt, the last half of it, Jim, it runs away from her towards the front. So when you really got to watch your speed up around the hole. It's breaking right the entire putt.
What a great effort.
Yeah, it was. Caught some of it. Just a little too much speed, obviously.
Well, look at where she's aiming. Almost at her playing partner.
Matilda thought she made it too.
She would have loved it.
Yeah, she would have.
Yeah.
Okay, is Tan going to clean finish this up?
Yeah, I think so. I think they decided to let her do it. I think all of it, Jim, depends on what kind of putt the other player has. And I will tell you, Castron's putt is straight, but it's straight downhill. So,
Trip, I'm almost not liking this play right now, but I mean, I'll like it if it goes in the hole, but at the moment it feels a little
Well, with this length of putt.
yeah.
but again, it's if Castron had one of those big breakers, then you hit it. You take break out of off, and you don't hit it the way you would. And she doesn't have a putt that breaks.
No, and Castron's
Wiggled it on in there.
Yeah,
now it's okay, Trip.
It is, but I mean, now she doesn't have to worry about running this one by, which is easily done.
All right, we saw that beautiful shot Lee 5 hit in here. This was just a moment ago. And she pays it off. Nice birdie at the last hole. That's one more. It's a good way to finish. 13 under. Just up the hill now. This is Castron for birdie. Cheyenne Knight's going to be watching this one.
Oh yeah, very interested observer. This putt's really straight. I did not see much break in it at all, but it is fast.
Fairly straight putt. All right, Emma Talley at 16. Second shot here. It's just a moment ago. Trying to get it to turn. Don't have to turn much. Is this any good? Did she? Yes, she did!
Thank you, golf balls! Good shot!
Come on, girl.
They're now within one, Jim.
Exactly within one. Well, in honor of that, I got to say it. Roll Tide.
Did that hurt?
Yeah, it hurt.
Oh.
Oh, she's dancing. She's having a
That
blast.
hurts.
All right, Cheyenne Knight now for birdie.
Well, she knows it's straight now.
Got left on her.
Yeah, hers went left. That's wild.
So a couple of nice. It was still in there. Cheyenne might finish this one.
Yeah, she's going to.
Okay.
But Elizabeth's putt has got a lot of break in it. It moves a good bit, and it's one of those putts that you could hit, you know, the high line and play a lot of break. You could hit it and take a lot of break out of it, but all those lines are still outside the hole a good bit.
Okay. For par. Trying to freeze up Zokol now for her chance for birdie.
Again, I just hope she doesn't, you know, hit it differently than she would. But there's no reason at this point to give it a good shot of going in. And I think this is about 2 cuts out, Karen, on the right. And if that's for speed, then it goes about a foot by.
I think that's exactly how you read it, Trip. It's like, okay, go on a foot by pace. I think Zokol, though, is a little firmer than that from what I've seen. She likes to putt these with speed.
She did that one.
She did. Did not took all the break out of that one. Nice putt for birdie. All right, they get back up to 1 shot in the lead. Nice putt there.
Very timely.
Yes. Especially going to 16. All right, here's Emma. That's a great feeling.
Thank you.
Jody's happy she doesn't have to putt.
You said it.
Emma Talley can't hit a golf ball.
Yes, Emma Talley can hit a golf ball. We got to look at it again. Trying to get it to turn. Lands just short. Couple bounces, rolls. Get in. 2-inch vertical jump, but a great moment.
Come on, girl.
I say you don't have to jump to dunk in golf.
That's correct. Didn't even have to kick it in.
No. Now we've seen Julie Inkster with some darts move. Now we've seen Emma Talley.
Exactly. All right, Polly Mack now for the birdie at 16. Gotta go. It did. Let's see if she dances. Let's just look at that run.
What a tip. I mean, talk about pace of play speeding up.
Yeah,
That's good. No win
absolutely.
Those 2 shots did it right there.
There is coming in.
All right.
Way, but not much though. That was good.
Big tee shot here for Cheyenne.
She's been so reliable, Jen. I mean, she is really. I don't think a second win's too far away from her future. If it doesn't come today with a partner, it's not going to be long, Karen, until we get a solo one again.
No, she's been so close all year too. She's had a couple of really, close calls where, I mean, I've been following her in a group and interviewing her, and it's been right there.
You know what I liked about that tee shot? She used that mowing pattern, kind of give that good visual trip.
Oh, yeah, and she hit it right down the middle mowing pattern. It kicked it to the right, but... all right, now Zokol. What a clutch putt. I can tell you, that was not the easiest putt. She took the break out of it and just nailed it. This drive down the left side needs a little kick.
He's a soft kick. Did not get it. Oh, that settles down, too, in the rough. It's pretty thick right over there. Kelly Tan's next.
And this was the hole, Karen, that I said, par's a good score here, and then the rest of them, they needed to birdie. And
commit to that target.
But now I think this group needs to birdie. Tan and Castron I think they need a birdie here.
Well, we've seen what a difference maker it is on this hole already with Shadoff and tally with the eagle. And Borger and Mack also with the birdie.
Now this is perfect.
Golf swing looks so good. Great rhythm, great rotation. Nicely done. All right, the final member of this group, Castron.
And, you know, we talked about it. Suzanne Pedersen's here. Followed her for several holes. And I think, as you said, Karen, I think the one thing showing form, and I think if she has form, she has that experience. So she could get to play some golf in Spain later this fall.
It's such a fine line for Suzanne and her picks and who she wants. And you've got Castron, you've got Ewart Shadoff, Mel Reid. There's a whole bunch of players there looking
Sure
for a
is.
pick.
Going to be some tough choices being made, but Knight and Zokol with a one-shot lead. Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational, Midland, Michigan.
I mean, it is sitting up. Problem is, she's got a tree right in front of her limbs that she's going to have to hit a pretty nice hook. That's a 6-iron. Just not hooking enough.
Ooh,
it got a good bounce.
Got a great kick. Yeah. Just over that bunker. Okay. I don't know. The bunker might have been an easier shot, but can't do anything about that now.
This is the equivalent of a 5-iron. 177.
I think, Trip, the invention of the hybrid has been just a big boom for women's golf.
Oh, you're not kidding, because you can hit shots like this. Just right of it. Oh, it didn't sit.
Wow, just took a huge kick and releases all the way back. See if it stays in the short stuff, and it doesn't quite. A lot of green to work with, but that really took a firm kick there.
Trust it.
Dan has 177. Cheyenne's was the right club. It was just a little too low. Kelly could hit this club a little higher. Oh, and it is, but it's way left.
That was just quick from the top, quick in transition.
That is a big miss.
It was like she got to the top of her backswing and was down before she'd even got set at the top.
Exactly. All right, Zokol now.
177 lies not that bad. I mean, excuse me, 172. That's a 6-iron, and when she came through on the last hole, I think she's, oh, that's got to go.
Ooh.
There's some work left for this final group.
This is getting quite interesting here on this hole.
Absolutely. Those are...
Yeah, I got a lot out of that, yeah. Don't want to go play ball patrol again.
All right, back at the 17th, Emma Talley's second shot. Angela's caught up with this group.
Yeah. Yeah. You can go right at it.
Yeah, I have to find Audrey, Emma's caddy. I tell her to go right at it after that last shot.
You think?
From 16 fairway. And she's got 135 to the hole here. There's really no wind out here anymore. Very accessible hole location here.
Okay. Just right up the slope there, got it right in between. This hole's cut between a couple ridges, so that'll work. She'll have a chance. All right, Borga's second shot now.
This team has caught fire. They have made 5 birdies in a row. Good to see both of them in the fairway, and I'm pretty sure Selena's partner has hit it into the most narrow part of this fairway. And that was 118 for Selena.
Didn't quite get the spin. Yep. Shadow should be next. There she is.
She's got 1 and 3. This is a 50-degree wedge. Not going to be happy with that effort with the wedge.
That's going to go down in that off that ridge down in the lower spot, but no, that's not her best. Not with that club.
Still feel like they've got to make one of those 2 putts for that team.
Well, Max up here, quite the tee shot here.
Jim, I've never seen any ball up here. I've only played here a couple of times. This is my 3rd year to be on site here. I've never seen a ball right here. I mean, she has 78 yards to this whole location.
This has been kind of the part of her game. Now, she hit a good shot at 15. Let's see if she can dial this wedge in.
Just a cool 300 yards off the tee.
No problem.
It's just unbelievably good.
Ah, yeah, she dials it in nicely. Good chance for birdie.
I think this is, though, what we're seeing a lot of now, Jim. These players that we've watched in college golf come through now onto the LPGA Tour, and they're getting longer out in the college game.
All right, Kelly Tan in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Lie's kind of thin. Got a hard pan underneath it. She's got a tree, so she can't loft it. And she's going to have to bump something, I think, into the kind of the heavy grass and have it tumble. Get it tumbling forward. She gets something inside 10 feet. I think she's going to be pretty happy. Yeah, that's predictable.
That's going towards the bunker.
She'll be chipping again.
Yeah, they're not getting a bunker, but yeah, and her partner's long, so big trouble here. For this final group, or I should say big trouble. A lot of work left. All right, Maria Fassi here on the tee at 18. Partner Stacy Lewis. Of course, they finished 3rd here last year. They're in 6th. Birdie could go a long way. Champion in Arkansas. All right, Cheyenne Knight.
Yeah, her lie's okay. I mean, this is, for the shot she's playing, the lie's not necessarily going to hurt her. You just want to get something, 3rd on the green and just keep it rolling.
She went up in the air with it.
A little more than I would have, but you know what? It's going to turn out pretty respectable. I mean, that's going to leave a nice effort for par.
That's pretty clutch right there, Trip.
Big time.
The work cut out, but that was pretty solid.
She'll have that for par. Partner's just short. I think Castron should be next.
Yeah, it could be either her or Zockel, but I think they've decided that it's going to be Castron. Now, of the pitches, This is the one that you would expect to be the closest, but she's got a partner in trouble.
It's got a pretty lofty club as well.
Yeah, players play more of these shots with loft than you and I did, Jim, back in the day.
Right in the back of her stance, though. That'll de-loft it.
Well, that's carrying enough speed. Should be pretty good.
Okay. Well played. Yep. Good touch there with the pressure on. That was tallied for birdie at 17. And she got out of that one quickly.
She was going for it.
Yeah, she was. I think she can make everything now. Based on that last hole where she holed out that second shot. Elizabeth Sokol's second shot now at 16.
But of all the chips,
Or third shot, excuse me.
This is one I really think you can give a run at. You don't have to worry about hitting this too far by. This is one I think she can give it a chance.
Got a little heavy, but it's going to work out.
Oh yeah, it's going to work fine.
Yeah. Morgan for birdie now at 17.
She's going to have a little bit of pace and move right to left.
Got a break.
Oh, it just didn't at the end. It looked like a great roll.
Her par at 17. Stay at 20 under.
Partner will still have an opportunity.
That's true. Yeah.
Here, Jim.
All right, Sasso now at 18. We're at 19 under, 3 back.
I would say that's just gripping down on a shot there, trying to get the stick.
Nice. Right shot off for birdie at 17. How they hit it?
Oh, that was so much uphill, and just now we're getting late in the day, and the putt was probably a little bit faster earlier today.
Got your par at 17 after that great eagle back at 16. All right, speaking of 16, looks like Zokol has this for par.
Yeah, Tan's par chip went awry. It went missed it a couple of feet to the right. She's got about 6 feet left for bogey. Now, of the 2 putts, hers or Cheyenne's, Elizabeth's is the easiest. Putting up the hill, it is breaking to the right.
She misses the par. Cheyenne Knight still has a par putt. All right, Mac now for that birdie. We're looking on closely.
I think this is one of the hardest putts. It's straight, and it's straight up the hill. At this point in the tournament.
That's exactly where she aimed it.
That sure was. Good call, Karen, on that.
She thought that was going to move left.
Yep, I think that was the best read. You're right. That's exactly where she hit it. So the birdie streak ends. They still got a chance to get another one. And Maria Fassi with friends. Oh, she gets it.
And accompanying her to the 18th green. Let's give it up for Yuka Sasso and Celine Boutier for Team Eiffel Power.
These young ladies will remember that forever. That should be Cheyenne Knight now for her par.
Yeah, and for some reason, Dan went ahead and putted for her bogey. I don't understand that with her partner in there, 4 feet for par. But she went ahead and made it anyway. It might have helped Cheyenne a little bit because it was close to her line.
I don't know about both of them doing aim point here now.
Yeah, but I mean, Karen, doesn't that surprise you? I think that's where you do some gamesmanship and you say, I'm just going to pick it up.
Exactly. Don't want to give the line away. But I'm not sure that they really think too much about that kind of stuff. But certainly at a Solheim Cup, you would definitely be all over that.
Oh my gosh, yes. This breaks to her right. And she just saw a similar putt.
Yep.
If you give us Cheyenne Knight the read, she's probably going to make the putt, and they keep that one-shot lead. Just a moment ago, we saw Stacy Lewis walking up with Bria Fossey this for birdie to finish up a great week. And for 7 today, and she does. What a way to finish. Sixth place. Another great finish for her.
Yeah, throw it up there just so everybody.
Right. Castron now saved her par.
Yeah, pretty straightforward putt.
Okay, big time putt there. Let's stay one shot back as they head over to 17.
Keeps them in touch.
Yes, keeps them in sight.
With only 2 holes left to play.
Sasso with that beautiful shot in here. This for birdie to get to 20 under. Currently in 5th. All right, that one. That was a great week for them. Right there, just 2 back, but solid day today, 62.
All right, let's give a big round of applause for Team Text
Came together from practicing at the same course and working on the games together, and they've been quite fun to watch this week.
They sure have.
Just hold up, please. Thank you.
All right, back at 17 tee. Cheyenne Knight to be first.
Now, this is a tee shot she missed yesterday badly. Left her partner in with 185. She kind of toe hooked it. One of the few tee shots she's missed this week. But her partner bailed her out with a good shot.
Bunker on the right foot would be in play for her.
Now, this is over that bunker on the left and nowhere near the bunker on the right. So keep this drive.
Actually, poor drive yesterday, but she corrected it today with a beautiful drive. And shot off here at 18.
Yeah, this hole today is playing 138. This is a 9-iron.
Metalli says go in the hole. Why not? A little bit left. That'll work. All right, back one to 17. Zokol. That's the left signal.
Oh.
Might catch a decent lie. Let's see if we got any tree trouble.
Oh, there's a tree right there.
Yeah,
Look,
there
that's
is
not normally a good sign.
That's never a good sign. All right, Emma Talley now at 18.
That was an 8-iron, Jim.
That was a good shot. Excellent. Couple good chances for birdie. All right, Tan now, or yeah, Tan now at 17.
Well, I think we got to go 3-2. And oh boy, she wants it right because it's right in line with that bunker on the right. Yep, it winds up in it.
And if she gets close to that lip or not, that's going to be some issues. Some trees overhanging as well.
It's not a good bunker to be in.
No. All right, Polly Mack now at 18.
Well, this shot just got tougher for Polly. Her partner is in the water.
Ooh. Can't play scared. She does it. Nicely done. Pretty aggressive shot.
She's going to be a fun watch as her
She is.
progresses.
I think so too. All right, Castron here on 17T.
She needs a good one here. Oh, she got it.
This is kind of where you want it, though.
Yeah.
You know, you have your Solheim Cup player, LPGA Tour winner, trying to pick up the slack.
This is exactly right. She does it right there with her partner in the bunker. Knight and Zokol with a one-shot lead. The Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. Can they bring it home? Got to come back and wait to see. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Great look down at the 18th green, the clubhouse in the background. What a beautiful clubhouse. A little rain delay weather delay, I should say, for about an hour and 40 minutes, but the players have come out after that delay and they've been hitting some great shots, making some birdies. Exciting finish yet to go. Still got a couple holes to go, a couple groups to go. Polly Mack will be first to play.
We do.
Karen, you talked about watching her in the future. Are there any things she really kind of maybe needs to kind of not clean up, but maybe try to keep improving on?
Well, I think that obviously she's a very powerful player. She hits the ball a long way. I do think that obviously distance control becomes a big thing. She's going to have a lot of wedges in her hands at all times because of how she drives the ball. And I think that she could make a ton of birdies if she was to dial those in.
Don't you think you mentioned it earlier, we have the NCAAs, a lot of college golf on Golf Channel, that these players that come from other countries, comes across, they're used to playing on grasses like this. We saw Lynn Grant win last week. Everybody's saying, oh, she's been playing the LET. She hadn't been over here. Well, she played college golf for 2 years over here. She learned to play on different types of grasses in America. I think the same could be said about Polly Mack.
And I think, as Angela's obviously down there, played in college over here. But for us players from Europe that come here, it exposes us to golf in America. And for me, it was the best thing that I ever did, Angela, coming out here and playing.
Yeah, I agree. And on the flip side, when I go overseas and play, when I go and play the AIG, that grass is a little different. That ground's a little different. So I can see how it's an advantage to be from a different country and play college golf for at least a couple of years.
Would highly recommend it to anybody, actually.
I'm not sure how much break this has. I mean, it's going to move both ways a little bit, I believe.
Got left on her. Missed the last one on the right, missed that one on the left, so just a couple opportunities there. All right, Zoko's second shot, it's the 17th.
Yeah, 134, nothing to do but keep this down. Just try to get it over on the right side of the green. Oh, she's done better than that. Oh,
yes, she has. Is this any good? Timely, great shot.
That ball in the front of the Kelly Kane out of the bunker, so she's on the front with a birdie effort.
Here on top of that hill. Just a touch right.
Karen, we got to take another look at that.
Well, you can see, from where she's standing, she can't see that flag. Trees in the way. Having to get this to turn around the corner. Just squeaks it by that front bunker.
If she happens to make that and they win the tournament, that could have been the shot that did it. All right, now Cheyenne Knight.
Yeah, 120. This is just a nice hard wedge for her, and boy, oh boy, you talk about able to free swing now, Karen.
Oh, absolutely. This shot got a whole lot easier trip.
And the door was open, and she's going to walk right through it.
There she is. Shut it. Beautiful shot. How good was that, Karen?
That was almost another slam dunk.
They just needed a timeout, Karen.
They did. All of a sudden, these players have come back out after the rain delay and are just firing at everything. Oh.
Nearly makes that. That makes this walk a little bit easier.
Make it right on it.
What a tee shot by Castron. This is just a sand wedge from 95 yards. There's no question what you have to do, and I know she knows it. 3 is the only option, and what the heck? We've seen it too already, right?
We have.
Good looking shot.
Needs a spin. Does a little bit. All right, there's a chance for birdie. Nicely done. Shut off, missed her putt. Now this is tally for birdie.
She had a really good look from her partner on the other side of the hole. I thought she was going to make that one.
Yeah, just hit that so firm. Oh, that was a big time putt. been a good week for them. That's finishing up for par. Great week for them. Tied for third.
2 rookies. I mean, what a week. It will totally turn their year around. It's really good for them.
Well, I think it gives them a lot of confidence as they go forward. It proves that, hey, I can play with the best in the world, and I can, give myself a chance to win. I did it under the pressure. I know what it feels like. I think it's about feeling that pressure and how you handle it, Karen.
I think it is too, and also a sense of belonging as well. That you feel like you've earned your place out here. Because, I mean, as a rookie, you never really know how it's going to work out for you. And the fact that you've just made a bunch of money is huge.
Yeah, and you're traveling all over the world, learning new courses. It's all fresh. You're excited. Definitely, I think the best thing you said, it makes you feel like you belong. All right, Kelly Tan now.
Yeah, she's chipping this. She could putt it, but there's just a ton of break early on and a big hill that she's got to have to navigate. And Karen, she'd have to probably play 12 feet of break. This takes a lot of that early break out.
So
I kind of like this play.
Yeah.
Pretty good chip. Just a little more speed. She'll have that left for par. Hit a great shot to get it out of that fairway bunker to there. So, got to make a birdie though. Karen, coming in and Tripp coming into the final round, I felt like if Knight and Zokol could shoot 5 under, it would be very difficult to come in with a 3-shot lead.
Touch kind of the whole way. Perfect. Just less than a 1? Yeah.
Well, for the most part, they've done a good job of avoiding the big mistakes, Cheyenne's just been right down the middle, very steady, and when needed, this player right here, she's come through big time. Straight putt.
Gotta go.
She's a no messing around kind of player, Elizabeth Zokol.
I agree, and I don't think she's sped up. I don't think she's slowed down. I think she's kind of stayed to her routine. That's important when you're trying to win, that you don't get out of that process. I think she stayed in it. Now that putt, obviously, needed to hit it a little firmer. Right, Tan's going to go ahead and finish up for par.
Yeah, a little break to the right, not much at all. Well, now that changes things, doesn't it?
It does. We've said that several times today.
They've got away with that a little bit today anyway, Tripp. One of the players would go ahead and try and finish up, and it would come about for the vast majority of time. But now we're getting to see the flip side of it. What happens when you don't make that putt?
Yeah, and here, there's a leaderboard right here to the left of the screen. So here's my thoughts, Karen. I think you just got to say, look, I've got to make this putt no matter what. If I run it by, it doesn't matter. The only way we're going to win this tournament is put some pressure on Cheyenne right here, and the only way to do it is bury this putt.
Absolutely. Absolutely right, Tripp.
It's down the hill. It does break to the left.
And this team was second last year. They're pretty sure that they'd really rather not be second again, so give it a go.
Yeah, Matilda's been a bridesmaid in Kelly's wedding once. She doesn't want to be a bridesmaid again in this tournament, right?
Yep.
she hit it?
That is clutch right there.
Big time. Fist pumps all around. Beautiful putt. Clutch putt.
And that just dripped in. Wow. Yeah, she should smile.
Just when she needed it. Nicely saved. Good putts on the last couple holes for Castron. Take another look at this one. She's staring it down. Just enough speed. The focus is there. All right. Cheyenne Knight now to get the lead again.
Okay, one LPGA Tour winner came through. Let's see if the other one with that experience can follow. But Karen, this putt just got about 4 feet longer.
Oh, it sure did. It's kind of a Solheim Cup feel right now. You had the European and Castro making a putt. Now Cheyenne, American, trying to go ahead to maintain the lead.
And we might see that match at some point this fall.
We might.
So tough to follow a putt and top it. She does. Wow.
Any questions?
She almost looked like she took a little breath there too. Just
She knew she made it. She knew she had to be really focused in. She's made some clutch putts today. Both players have. A couple players trying to join the first-time winners, Rolex first-time winners this season. Of course, Lynn Grant last week. Alison Karpus won the U.S. Women's Open out at Pebble Beach. Rose Zhang, of course, her first pro event. Grace Kim, OTA Championship. Yin out in L.A. Lilia Vu won the Honda out in Thailand, then won again at the Chevron. So Kelly Tan, Elizabeth Zokol trying to add their names to that list. Who will do it as we'll head over to the 18th. It's just some pressure. This is what it comes down to. You know, the lead was at 3. It was tied. They've been back and forth. And now Zokol, Knight, a couple of nice putts by Castron and Zokol, or Knight on the last hole.
Jim, Castron and Tan have birdied this hole every day this week. Knight and Zokol have birdied it 2 times and made a par.
Well, yesterday they birdied it to break the record in the alternate shot format. But Karen, I mean, and Jim, the difference between walking over here with a 2-shot lead, Castron's putt was huge, because if Cheyenne and Elizabeth are standing on this tee with a 2-shot lead, they play this hole completely different.
Absolutely.
This is an easy hole to play for par. It's more challenging when you know you're going to have to hit a quality shot here, but they have hit quality shots really since this rain delay.
And I think though, Tripp, if you're Knight and Zokol, I think you still have to go ahead and attack this hole, because why would you want to go to a playoff? Just go ahead and make a birdie and keep control of the tournament. Well, and you can see Kelly Tan already has a club out. She's got her number picked. She's ready to go, and she's going to have a little bit to wait here, Tripp.
Well, she is, but as I said, Cheyenne's been a good leadoff hitter, and boy, and she just rose to the occasion there. Can she do it here? This is just a nice, comfortable little 9-iron for her. Just left of the hole.
Okay.
She's got about 30 feet for birdie.
I wouldn't say that's a gimme birdie.
Nope, by any means. Even though you're Cheyenne Knight.
Yeah.
Now, Zokol wastes no time. She's going to hit a wedge. That way she can hit it really hard.
Sometimes the tendency, if you hit these hard, Karen, you tend to pull them just a little bit if you over-rotate.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Well, she didn't pull this one. If it's enough, it's good.
now.
It really is, Jim.
Those shots look better in the air than where they ended up. They got to have been happy with their strikes. Well, you know what you got to do.
Yeah, she's using the cut line on the tee where the mower has been to help with the alignment here. Pretty cool.
Well, that didn't help. She did.
She's going to go read that Cheyenne Knight as well. Nice.
It's just a swing there, just a little quick at the top. A little early coming down. You can see she was a little bit anxious. Already had the club pulled before she was ready to play.
Good point.
And those are nerves. That's what you have to go through trying to win. She's got to learn how to handle those and respond better next time. This woman knows how to respond, and boy, she responded at the Solheim Cup, didn't she, Karen?
She sure did. She was a really solid player there, and everybody was kind of happy when she was their partner.
Let's see if she can make Kelly Tan really happy.
She's aiming a little bit right here, Trip.
Oh, this is left side as well.
She's going to understand the read, know the read. All 4 players on the green safely. Making out their best efforts, but they've got chances for birdie. Knight Sokol, 23 under, the 1-shot lead. Let's see who finishes it up. We'll be right back. We talked about some big putts made on this green yesterday. This is in the 3rd round. Cheyenne Knight is to break the tournament record for foursomes. Holds the finish, stares it down, makes it. Get that for me, partner.
She was automatic yesterday, wasn't she?
Yep. Kelly Tan now. This for birdie.
These are no short putts here we're watching, Jim.
And they're great reads. Holds the finish. Got it. That away, partner. Could we see one here? 4 good chances for birdie. Sokol with that 1-shot lead still. Tan might be first trip.
Yeah, it's close between her and Sokol. But I will say this: these 3, there's a slope that pushed this ball away from the hole that all 3 of these players down here have to navigate. No, yeah, it's real close. Sokol's is by far the easiest putt, even though it's the longest. It only breaks a smidgen to the left, but real easy to read now. She's come up tentative when she's been under the pressure today. Let's see if she can come through with a good aggressive putt.
This for the win. She's in safely with par.
Leaving it in her partner's hands.
Absolutely. Both Tan and Castro both have putts for birdie as well. It's that moment where you just try to slow down your mind. Kelly Tan's next.
Okay, this putt, there will be 2 interested observers.
Cannot leave this short, Trip. You cannot leave it short.
No, you've got your partner over there that's 15 feet. Don't worry about that. You got to get it up the hill. It's probably about a 1.5 foot out on the left.
She did
She
leave it
left
short.
it short.
Wow.
You cannot do that.
No, because
That's
if you're
nerves. That is straight nerves.
If you're looking at the leaderboard, even if your team makes bogey, you're still going to finish in 2nd place. You have to go for it.
Exactly. I mean, you can 3-putt. It doesn't matter.
Well, I would have thought that Matilda Castring would have had a little sneak peek and walked in there to have a look at that, but she just wasn't watching.
You know, Cheyenne Knight was.
Oh, she's pretty street smart, Cheyenne, when it comes to playing this game and watching what other people are doing out there.
Well, when she knows the read, she's made some clutch putts. And this is for the win now, Trip.
Yeah, and again, just saw it just like she did on 16. She went to school off the Tans putt, and she buried the par putt that they needed. This one a little more difficult putt, though. But no question what it does. And no reason to be sure.
No, she wasn't.
Nope.
That was a good effort. That was a good-looking putt. I mean, that's just a hard putt to get out there, and you know, it just carried a little too much speed.
You got to wonder what Castron's learned about her putt after watching those last two.
Hers is the straightest of the three, but it still will break to the right. Well, and again, no reason to be short here.
Well, Trip, this to tie and force the playoff.
Yeah, if you want to play more golf, it's the only way it's going to happen.
Such a great putt. They'll finish at 22 under. Cheyenne Knight gets her second LPGA win. Elizabeth Sokol her first, and they are your champions. On the tally out. Champagne all around. Broke the record yesterday, and now coming on in there. There's the champions. Here's the final look at the leaderboard. Knight and Sokol with 23 under, 65 today with a one-shot lead over Castron and Tan. Hudi and Sasso finished up with 20 under. And while we have a moment, let's send it down a Trip.
Well, I'm here with the sweet smell of champagne. So I got to talk to you guys about what you guys did coming down the stretch. In particular, that putt on 17. Talk us through your mindset.
Elizabeth and I don't think we had our A game today, but just like weren't making birdies. But yeah, it was tough. I think kind of like going in with the delay and just like coming back out and our lead just evaporated. I mean, we just like hung in there, and on 17, Matilda making her putt, it was just like a match play situation, and so I felt good over it, even before she made it. So it was great to just kind of like tie the hole there, but it's so special to share this with Elizabeth, so it's just unbelievable.
All right, Elizabeth, now you were outside the top 100 in the CME. You don't have to worry about that anymore. How are you going to use this the rest of the year for your individual success?
I think just keep building off the momentum from this week. It was so much fun playing with Cheyenne, and she's such an amazing player, and I learned so much from her, and just keep building on this, and it's great to not have to worry about keep staying in that top 100.
Well, congratulations. Y'all are the champions this year. Jim?
Thank you, Trip. Congratulations to Cheyenne and Elizabeth. What a great win. What a great week. What a great finish. Bagpipes are out. They do such a great job there. The Race to CME Globe, the updated projected standings. Not a whole lot of changes. Again, up there with Cheyenne Knight will move up to 14th, so big jump for her. Sokol will move up to 34, so a big jump for there. A life changer, definitely a career changer for Elizabeth. There's your champions. What a great finish there at the 18th. Great way to finish on the week. A little rain delay didn't stop them. There's some celebrations going on. Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational winners are Knight and Sokol. Hope you enjoyed today's final round. We've got to give a big thanks to our production crew. Long hours. Thanks to them for being out there. Thanks to Karen Stupples, Angela Stanford, Trip Eisenhower, everybody at Dow, everybody in Midland, Michigan. We've had a great week. Got a couple great champions. We look forward to next week. The Evian, another major on the LPGA. A lot of celebrations. Some career changes for a lot of folks. Another great week on the LPGA. And with Tally having a great time. I'm Jim Gallagher Jr. We'll see you next week at the Evian.